Greetings. Sean here, mostly metal, as I always like to say. I visited a record store today for the first time in what seems like months. It's not that record stores around me weren't open. It's some of them had kind of weird rules where like you had to put on like rubber gloves to sort through stuff, and I get it. They want to be safe, but the only thing they really make you do now is wear a mask, and they make you sanitize your hands before you come in the store. Not a huge deal. And you've got people thumbing through everything. So it kind of makes sense. I used to see people actually wear gloves in record stores way before COVID, and I wasn't really sure what that was all about. But if you think about it, people are, God knows what they're doing with their hands, and they're touching all the records and CDs and looking through shit. So I get it, but it was very cool just to get back in the store, hear music in the background while I was looking at what was on the shelves, and it felt like it felt brand new to me. It was really weird. So it was fun to do. I had probably 20 records in my hand, and about dollar figure probably close to $400 worth of stuff. And I thought about it for a little bit, and I reeled it in. I didn't need $400 worth of records today. It was very hard. And I also, in the back of my mind, was like, you just ordered a bunch of shit online the other day, so why don't you take it a little bit easy? So I picked up a few things today. Music all over the board, and that was done on purpose. So I'm going to talk about some of the stuff. I don't know some of these four releases. I know a little bit about them, so I haven't listened to one or two of these in full yet, so I'm just going to show you what I got. First up, one of my other videos, I think I mentioned I was starting to get into jazz and prog a little bit. I got some recommendations from friends here. I'm like, hey, I want to get into jazz. I want to get into prog. What are some of your recommendations? And people were throwing stuff at me. I went to Spotify and YouTube, did some of my own research. As far as jazz goes, the one, I looked up best jazz albums and all this other stuff from various sites. And Blue Train from John Coltrane came up, I think, every single time. So this is the one I purchased. Still has the shrink and the price on it. But this is Blue Train. It also includes, if you see right here, this one actually includes a bonus CD, a Digipack CD, which is Blue Train plus the complete bonus album Lush Life. I don't know Lush Life. I barely know Blue Train. I have heard it. But this is an album everyone says I should get into. I've seen other copies of Blue Train. They actually had another copy of this here with a different cover. So I don't know what the difference is, but I'm sure I'll figure it out, or you guys can tell me in the comments what the difference is. But excited to jump into John Coltrane. I've heard about him a ton, and we'll see what it's all about. What's all the hype about? Next, I decided, I mentioned jazz and prog. I had some friends recommend some prog to me. There's a girl, I can't remember her name on YouTube, but she talks about prog quite a bit. I'll link her below. But a couple of good friends of mine said you need to start with King Crimson. So this is the album I think you guys all know. And this is the limited edition. It's 200 gram vinyl, and it was the stereo mixes from Steve Wilson and Robert Fripp. I listened to this on Spotify, and I liked it quite a bit. I was kind of surprised. I was trying to see what record label put this out, but there's not much on here. So this is a reissue of an album I think you all, if you know prog, you know this album. I'm new to this, so bear with me. I listened to it from start to finish on Spotify and dug it. I dug it quite a bit, so excited to get into that. This one has been on my wish list for a very long time. Originally came out in 2011 on Binder and Recordings. Shout out to Marty Worm. But this is Obsequiae, suspended in the Broom of Eos. This is their debut album. I was just thumbing through the metal section, and I was kind of surprised to see this release here. It turns out $20 Spin put out the vinyl, so I don't know if did Beinrune just do the CD. I'm not really sure. But this is just great. Black metal. It's kind of like the kind of before black metal kind of wimped out a little bit in the '90s, and that Swedish or Scandinavian songwriting took over. But I like what I've heard from this band, and this is their debut, so I'm excited to jump in. I have never listened to their debut. I'm one of those people that if I don't have the physical copy, sometimes I almost feel like I'm cheating by listening to the digital, unless it's something I'm not sure I want to spend money on. So like King Crimson, for example, that was around $25. I wanted to listen to that first before I went and spent $25. Obsequiae, I knew I was going to like that right away, and because of their previous outputs, so no hesitation there. Last but definitely not least, this is a repress of an album that I had. I don't have it on CD, I don't have it on vinyl, I don't know what happened to it. I have all of these songs in various formats elsewhere, but this is Earth AD by the Misfits. In one of my previous videos I mentioned I need to get this, or I think I commented on someone's video saying, wow, I need to get Earth AD back on vinyl. This is my favorite Misfits album. It's more of a hardcore album than a punk album. But this is a reissue. It's probably been reissued 100 times. But again, I was thumbing through the Misfits section, and I saw they had Walk Among Us too. I was tempted to buy that. But I had a bunch of other stuff in my hands, as I said, and I just slowly put it back. Like the latest Clipping album was there, but I think it was like almost $40. I don't know. It seems a little high for a double vinyl, but some other stuff like the new Green Druid CD was out, but the vinyl was sold out. There was some Immortal album I was going to get. There was a Bong Ripper box set, all kinds of stuff. And I had a stack, 2 stacks, and I finally said, you know what, you need to reel it in a bit. So that's what I purchased today. Hope you guys enjoyed those releases. I will pull up those releases again, at least the King Crimson and the John Coltrane, and let you guys know what I think, my first impressions, my first dive into jazz and prog. If you have recommendations for jazz and prog, I know I've reached out to some of you already. Let me know in the comments, and I will do a further dig. So thank you all for watching. Hope you're having a good day. It's beautiful here in the Midwest. Finally, it's like 55. People are wearing shorts and flip-flops already. It's like an early summer for us. So have a good one. Get outside if it's nice out. Catch y'all later.